Usain Bolt was back at Old Trafford for the first time in 5 years, and Manchester United's surge out of the blocks continued to mirror the Olympian great against Leicester. Bolt rarely came second in his August tests and had a tendency to slacken off as he surged towards the finishing line, and this was not as dominant an afternoon for United as their recent strolls against West Ham and Swansea. Appropriately, the outcome was decided by a Quicksilver introduction. Jose Mourinho predicted Marcus Rashford would have a similar impact to Anthony Martial if he emerged off the bench, and the 19-year-old proved him right. 3 minutes after his second-half introduction, Rashford lashed the ball past Kasper Schmeichel from Henrik Mkhitaryan's corner to ease the anxiety which had swept around the ground. Ground full of tourists, the embittered Leicester fans chanted. It was looking like another Schmeichel could saunter off the Old Trafford pitch with his name echoing around the stadium after he repelled Romelu Lukaku's tame 53rd-minute penalty. Schmeichel almost turned the shade of his father's famous red nose after he palmed Rashford's side-footer into the scoreboard end net. United ratings: Eric Bailly brilliant and Anthony Martial class. The other substitutes Jesse Lingard and Marwan Fellaini combined for the latter to knee in a late clincher and ensure United remain the only Premier League side with a 100% record. They start 10 goals and 3 wins is the same as their opening to the glorious 200,607 season, back when Cristiano Ronaldo developed into a world-class talent. Paul Pogba could enjoy a similar spell. Rashford's strike might have spared Ed Woodward more grief from Mourinho, too. Bolt and his entourage were clad in red caps and scarves as they took their seats behind the United executive vice-chairman in the director's box, and the Jamaican once posted a video on his social media accounts demanding United sign a midfielder. Mourinho might have nudged the Jamaican to whisper similar advice in Woodward's ear. Fellaini clinched it. The Portuguese still yearns for a wing-back, and his fullbacks contributed little against a stubborn Leicester. Daily Blind has demonstrated little over the last 6 weeks to suggest Mourinho should prolong with him at left-back beyond the international fortnight. Leicester analysts nearby despaired at Riyad Mahrez Dozy defending as Blind snuck in behind him time and again, but the Dutchman's crossing was ineffectual and Antonio Valencia was on first-name terms with the first man on the other flank. Mourinho reiterated his desire for a left-sided signing again on Friday, and his argument was strengthened when Lukaku gave Blind a pep talk, which nearly paid off when Lukaku skimmed Blind's cross towards the end of the first half. The fullback's erratic efforts should have faded into insignificance after referee Michael Oliver correctly adjudged Danny Simpson had handled inside the Leicester area. Lukaku is an unreliable taker from 12 yards, and his latest failure prevented him from matching a 92-year-old record. Jimmy Hansen remains the only United player who has scored in his first 4 games for the club. Rashford celebrates United ironically performed better in the first 45 minutes than their previous first halves against Swansea and West Ham, yet were not rewarded. Lukaku held off Wes Morgan and Harry Maguire with formidable resilience, and his steel was complemented with silk by Anthony Martial and Juan Mata, as United's forwards interchanged effortlessly against their unsettled visitors. Mourinho clapped United forward and coincidentally sparked a stirring spell as Mata had a goal chalked off from an offside position. Kasper Schmeichel theatrically denied Lukaku's curler, and Paul Pogba diverted Anthony Martial's crosswide during a first-half flurry. But Leicester held on, and the half was eerily reminiscent of United's dominant draws at home last season. Schmeichel's save extended the parallels until Rashford struck. United remain top of the podium. Get all the latest Manchester United news first with our new app. Download it here, now.